Testing. Testing. Hello, everyone. I'm Chris. I am Tech Help Guy, and I am here to hang out and talk about whatever the heck is on your mind about technology. um, I'm not trying to make this a super entertaining stream or anything. I'm not trying to be bombastic or crazy. I'm just here to help out. I am Chris, and I'm from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I love technology. I play with all sorts of technology, and I understand the headaches that come along with that. And I won't lie, I still have them many, many days and many, many times in my life, but I've gone through them enough that I'm not a professional at anything specific, but I am broadly um, educated on a variety of different tech, from music and audio tech, VSDs, DAWs, MIDI, DJing equipment, hardware and software, wires and cables, visual production, video editing, graphic design, visual design, 3D design, projectors, computers, all of them. I'm mainly a Mac guy, but I have and know PC, Windows, and Linux, and all that. And again, I'm not pretending to be a PhD in computer science, but I'm always learning more. Um, Crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, markets, and finance. And again, I'm not pretending to be a professional, but I'm fairly educated. And the web, internet, social media, websites, security, cybersecurity, home security, TV, sound systems, and all of the above. I just love learning about it. I'm obsessed with it. And I'm always here to hang out. And that's what I'm doing here. It's simple. I'm just want to do this like once a month and hang out with anyone who is interested in hanging out and talking about these things, learning about these things. I'll try to pick a subject or multiple subjects to talk about, and then I will put them on my website for future reference if anyone needs to go back for a tutorial or and try to organize it in a way that is digestible and organized. Um, I can't guarantee that I can help you with what you're struggling with, but I'll try. And again, like I'm going to do this once a month for an hour, maybe more, depending on who shows up and who's interested and what I have to talk about. But I'll also have resources available for 24/7 contact. And I can't answer you each second of the day, but I will try to help you if you go through the appropriate means and ask me questions or to help in any way. The catch, there isn't really one. I do it for free. I want to do it for free. I want to do it as a public service. I know people struggle out there, and I know there's a lot of scammers out there, and there's a lot of charlatans out there, and we're only going deeper and deeper into a world where technology rules our lives, and that's just the way it is. Try to fight it, but you're not going to win. So I'm here to help, and I with the world of the internet, there's so many scammers and pieces of shit out there who just want to suck you into whatever scam they're trying to pull to rob you. And that is one of the reasons I'm doing this is because um, all of our families members, older people are boomers now and they're going into retirement and they are vulnerable. And young kids are especially vulnerable and we need to protect them all. And I want to be known as someone who is a legitimately genuine person and here to help and not scam. And I am the only techhelpguy.ca. There is no other me. I am the only one doing this. So through these official sites on the YouTubes, the Twitter, the X, the Telegrams, you can find the links to these on techhelpguy.ca. Always be careful of scammers. Do not give any private information away to anyone, including me, that gives access to any of your computers, your banks, or anything like that. Um, be very aware and careful. What's going on here? Oh, tech guy having tech issues. This is the wrong slide. Do. Let's try this again. I'm Chris. That's better. This is the more polished version of the presentation. That is me. I'm Chris. I have a beard right now, but that is me without a beard. We've already done that. Yeah, on TechHelpGuy.ca, you can find a Telegram for like instant chat, and a contact form for email. I have a Facebook page and an Instagram page I'm working on, but those are the main ways you can contact me. It's in the Telegram. If people do go there, beware of scammers. Today, the meetup is going to be about Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is the future of money. It's a deep, deep rabbit hole of understanding what money actually is and why Bitcoin is the future of money. It is a choice that we are going to have to make as human individuals and in greater societies and collectives of people if we're going to adopt it or not. And you have two choices: either Bitcoin, a free and open source financial system, and then with Bitcoin, there's a lot of different forks or remakes of Bitcoin, which is things like, if anyone has heard of Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies out there. Like I'm saying, watch out for scams. There's a lot of them in cryptocurrencies, but Bitcoin is like the center of the universe. And then Ethereum kind of wraps the second layer around Bitcoin, and then so on and so on. And it gets a little more obscure and less relevant and more kind of gambly after that, the further you go. But today is about Bitcoin. I'm not a financial advisor at all. I'm not here to tell you to buy Bitcoin or when to buy Bitcoin. I will show you how to buy Bitcoin at the end here. There's many ways to buy it, but I'm not telling you when to buy it. I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or trade anything. What you do with your own money is your own choice. And I'm going to talk about Bitcoin and how it works, and why it's the future of money. Safely buying it and selling it and trading it. Any financial assets outside of crypto, you should do your own research. And if you need to, talk to a professional about doing it. And again, be careful of scammers. There's lots of scammers. There's lots of charlatans. They want your money. They want your wealth. They'll take it from you if you let them. Bitcoin, I've said this already, is a free and open source financial or monetary system. I don't often I'm sure there's people that talk about it that way, but that's not necessarily the way people talk about it, as a financial or monetary system. But that is essentially what it is. It is a secure way to store your money or your value and transact with it globally. It is permissionless, which means anyone can use it. All it takes is setting up your own node or creating your own wallet in the countless varieties of ways of setting up your own wallet. And from there, you can move it around anywhere, anytime, as long as you have a computer and an internet connection. And it's a really, really, really powerful thing to understand. And it's not super complicated. But I see someone just joined in here. Hey, Jonas. I can't hear you right now. I should hear you if you're talking. If you're not, if you're just here to hang out, you can also text in the comment section there if you see that. I'm just going to try this really quickly here. Hello? Oh, I can hear you. Hello? Can you hear me? Jonas? Hello? Can you hear me? Jonas? Can you hear me? I can hear you. Can you hear me? I'm going to go on with the presentation. We have one person hanging out with us right now. And if he wants to speak, he can speak. Why Bitcoin? Because it is deflationary. We've become conditioned and accustomed to money losing its value over time. You used to be able to buy a chocolate bar for 50 cents. Now, chocolate bar is getting close to $5. This is because of inflation, and inflation is created primarily by government spending or the creation of new money and inserted into the system. More dollars, Canadian dollars, American dollars, through central banking are created year after year, which creates a greater supply of dollars demanding a fewer supply of goods. And when you do this, everything just costs more based on the dollars issued by your government that you're using. But Bitcoin has a limited supply programmed into its existence. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin, which makes it deflationary by design. As long as the world that uses Bitcoin adopts it as it is, and obviously there will be security updates and because it's open source code, it can be forked and other versions of Bitcoin can be created, hence the crypto universe. There will always be that specific program in it, that limited supply. Therefore, when government fiat currencies inflate the money supply to the point of it being worthless, the value of Bitcoin will remain. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. Can you hear me, Jonas?
There.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, now I can hear you. Yeah. Okay, you can hear me?
Yeah.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, man. I'm just like doing the basic presentation here where you it's pretty free and open, so you can talk and get to know me and I can get to know you. How's it going? Like where are you from?
Yeah, I mean, I'm from Camrose.
Camrose,
Yeah,
Alberta.
yeah.
Cool. And you
So,
found me through Meetup. You found me through Meetup. Are you on the Tech Help Guy Meetup thing?
yeah, I found it on through Meetup in under Edmonton.
Cool. Are you interested in Bitcoin or just technology in general, or what's going on?
Yeah, like I've been interested in Bitcoin for several years now. Um, I I've gone to a few Bitcoin meetups in Edmonton now.
Oh yeah,
Um,
the ones
yeah.
run by Bitcoin Well.
Yeah, like the
Yeah,
Bitcoin warehouse one.
cool, man. Yeah, I've been a couple with Bitcoin Well, and I'm a Bitcoin Well affiliate.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I love Bitcoin, and I think I believe in it. And yeah, I'm just trying to build an online presence and a reputation for being someone that's trustworthy. So
yeah.
um, I don't know where you at in your understanding of it. Do you own some? Do you just are you still trying to get into it, or what do you know about it?
Well, I've been starting to buy this year. Before that, I mean, I was still trying to like I was pretty big on it, but like I didn't I didn't really do like dig deeper enough to like understand like how to get it or like even I mean even now I'm still like figuring out um cold storage and stuff
Yeah.
um because like
Uh, are you using Bitcoin Well to get it, or are you just using like some other platform or
right now I mean I'm mostly buying through like Bitcoin Well and through ShakePay.
Bitcoin Well, and what was the other one? Sorry,
ShakePay.
ShakePay. Oh yeah, yeah, ShakePay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean I use ShakePay every day. Like I'm at something like a 380 some day streak, almost 390 now.
yeah. Um, when you so you're probably you buy it on ShakePay and just keep it on ShakePay.
For now, yeah. But I
And then
did get myself like a Tangem hardware wallet, but I haven't set it up yet.
sorry, what was that? Let me hear here. You said it was a what kind of wallet?
Like a Tangem.
Um, can you spell it for me?
Tangem.
Tangent wallet. Tangent wallet. Your secure hardware solution. Oh, so you got a physical. It's like almost like a ledger kind
Yeah,
of
it looks
thing.
like a debit card.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Is this Canadian?
It's from the US because like it from when I looked at it, like it showed that it was shipped from the United States. So
Does it come with like a USB physical hardware storage kind of thing?
no,
It's just an
it's
app for the
like it's
phone.
encrypted in the card itself.
Okay, and so
So there's
it's
like
an app.
a chip
Yeah.
inside.
Um,
So like you scan it against your phone and then you can set it up.
cool. And then does it give you a, seed phrase so you can recover it and all that stuff or recover a
Yeah,
seed phrase?
you can choose to um create a seed phrase or go seedless.
Cool. I haven't heard this one.
Because
There's so many.
I got the pack of three, so you have um one master card basically and two backups.
Cool.
They also
Yeah, there's
have the Tangem ring, which is basically just like a regular ring, but it's actually a hardware wallet.
Interesting.
So you can like um go travel or go anywhere, and you have a hardware wallet.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
So
Um, I
pretty
for
interesting.
I like ShakePay because the ShakePay does the digital wallet, so you tap with your phone if you trade your Bitcoin to Canadian, and then tap it wherever you want to go. And then I got the I haven't heard of Tangem, but am I on the? Is this the right one I'm on right now? Is that what you
Yep,
said?
it's the right one.
TANGEM.
Yeah,
Okay.
I seen it a lot in ads on YouTube,
Yeah.
like excessively. Like they were giving me ads for Tantrum like probably like every video, and at some point I'm just like, okay, they're running like a promotion where it's like 60% off, and I'm like, okay, I'll take a closer look.
Cool. Yeah, I got one I like. You said this one comes with like an actual physical credit card kind of thing.
Yeah, it looks like
Cool.
a regular debit card, pretty
Yeah,
much.
I have so this one must be a little bit newer, but I got crypto.com like I think probably like 5 years ago now, and I got the physical, yeah, the card there
Oh, you mean
when
like the physical debit card?
yeah.
Yeah, I got that one like maybe like 2 years ago now.
Yeah. So it's good to have those. I think that's definitely the future. With Bitcoin now, they're introduced like over the last like couple of years, they've introduced a Lightning network, so you can there's apps now that allow you to do kind of tappy stuff with that too as well. But yeah, being able to hold your Bitcoin or any other crypto securely on your own terms and your own custodial wallet or self custody wallet, and then
Right.
be able to
'Cause I mean,
transfer that over and spend it.
like Wallet of Satoshi, they introduced like a self custodial wallet too.
Yeah, I just did that. Yeah, I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, because I set up like my Bitcoin well to send directly to um Wallet of Satoshi, but it was only like a month or two ago when they introduced the custodial wallet
The
or self custodial wallet. I mean,
yeah, because they had a. I was worried about that because when I first made Wallet Associate, it was just an app on your phone, and they didn't have a seed phrase or anything, and it was just kind of okay, you have it there, and something might happen, but you'll have no recovery. And then yeah, they just released that custodial version of it where they give you a seed phrase, and yeah, it's actually hardware, which is super awesome, and that's definitely the way to go when it comes to anything crypto for sure. Cool. Any you got any concerns, questions, or anything you're interested in, or just coming to hang out?
yeah, yeah, just coming to hang out. Um,
Well,
I don't
pleasure to meet you,
really.
man. I try to go to Bitcoin Well meetups at least once a year, so hopefully I'll see you there sometime. Um, I've driven through Camrose. Wait, did you say Camrose? Yeah, Camrose. It's just a little. I've been there for work for driving trucks a couple of times.
It's a little hard to hear you though.
What's that?
It's a little hard to hear you.
Is it?
Yeah,
Uh, is it if I talk like this? Is it better?
a little bit.
Okay.
Still
I'll
a little quiet for some reason.
I'll try to work on that. I'm not sure I can fix it at this exact moment. Is that better?
Yeah, although it's a muffled, but
It's muffled now. Okay, I gotta turn that down. What about this? Is this better?
yeah, it's a
Gotcha.
little better.
Is that muffled?
It's got a little bit of that. It's a little less clear, but
Okay. I sometimes I talk a little soft, so that doesn't help either. um. Yeah. hopefully I'll see you at a Bitcoin meetup. Like I don't know if you heard that part. I said I try to go at least once a year for the Bitcoin well ones.
Yeah.
Were you at the one downtown Edmonton where it was at the pizza place? Like about 8 months ago?
No, it was the Bitcoin white paper. They held an event back about a month ago.
Okay. The Bitcoin white paper is a different group other than Bitcoin well?
They were sponsored. Well, some of the guys there, they work for Bitcoin Well too. It is called Bitcoin Warehouse.
But the meetup is called Bitcoin white paper?
Bitcoin Warehouse.
But you said something about white paper.
Mm,
Hmm.
Epic Markets. Oh, Warehouse is spelled WARE.
WARE.
House.
Spell obviously.
Mm,
That's it there. Weird.
Not sure why it's not coming up.
What date did you say it
They
was?
don't have any posted events right now. Maybe
Okay.
that's why it's not coming up. But
But the meetup for this that you're talking about is called Bitcoin Warehouse. Or is that the event?
yeah, that's the name of the organization.
Okay, cool. I'll add it to the list of things to pay attention to. Thanks, appreciate that.
But yeah,
Yeah. It sounds like you have a pretty good understanding, so I don't know if I can help you much. And you already seem to know what's what in terms of the Bitcoin there. I'm going to be trying to do these meetups online once a month, and like I said, I'm trying to build a presence and a reputation for being someone that can be trusted in terms of just giving advice in Edmonton, Alberta, and Canada.
right.
So if you know anybody that's ever curious and wants to, you don't have the time to teach them yourself, you can always send them to me. But I'm going to, yeah, my website is techhelpguy.ca.
Yeah,
I'm slowly building tutorials, and I add these meetups to the tutorials. I'm
right.
gonna try to organize them, break them up, and yeah, I in terms of, I don't want to leave you hanging. I don't want to continue on either. I was trying to explain Bitcoin philosophically. Um, and then I was going to show. So I've shown different ways to create wallets, and I'm thinking where to go from here.
Wallet.
Hmm. I gotta. I think I left off at why Bitcoin.
Wait, what?
Why do you use Bitcoin?
Well, for me, I think Bitcoin is the best form of money.
Yeah.
Um, and like, um, I see it as like, um, a, I just think of it as it being a better currency. Like, I'd rather hold Bitcoin than the Canadian dollar because the Canadian
Yeah.
dollar is gonna lose value extremely
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah. And yeah, that was before you, as you popped it in, that was what I was trying to like kind of explain for the stream or the, and you get it. Yeah. I feel like you get it already.
Yeah,
And that's basically it is governments will continue to print money,
yeah,
and that makes our purchasing power lose power. And Bitcoin, because of its programmed into existence, is a limited supply, and that is kind of a hedge against the fact that governments, they can't help themselves, and they're going to continue to try to pay their bills
yeah,
by printing money, and it's kind of inevitable. And I honestly, I'm worried about the decline of the United States and Western governments and their currencies by default. And
yeah.
I really hope it doesn't get that bad where, we see hyperinflation, but
Oh yeah. I mean,
there's a lot of
it's
signs.
already getting to the point where like the debt spiral is going out of control, right?
Yeah.
Like like
And
the United States is at something like 30 or was it 38 trillion dollars of debts,
yeah. And
and it just
the
the number is just growing in the trillions every year.
yeah, and the modern monetary theorists think you can just continue this kind of charade indefinitely, but I think ultimately it comes to real world resources, and if your money doesn't have some sort of peg or reflection of real world resources, it becomes worthless. And
Right.
yeah, um, the U.S.
I
dollar
mean,
is the most powerful dollar in the world, and it, over many years, it's at a low point right now, but it's basically been pretty stable. But you can see like the
yeah.
Canadian dollar.
Like I just don't see how the United States dollar can remain the global reserve currency,
Yeah,
considering like um how how the US government is printing so much money, and they're just like, if anything, I would just see Bitcoin as becoming the global reserve currency.
yeah. Well, that would be the hope of people like you and me for sure, and that's why I'm doing these streams. Is I want to continue to educate people and convince people why we need to adopt it, because we either have the ability, it's the first time in history that there is a free open source project that the entire world can adopt, and governments can never completely control it. And we have that, or governments are going to crash the system and their dollars, and then they're going to, when we're all in peril, they're going to introduce some form of digital currency themselves, and then they're going to try to get us all to use that instead of Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency that they can't control. And
Right.
that's the choice of the future that we have to make here is, are we going to have a free, sovereign, independent money system that governments compete with, or are governments going to kibosh Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all that stuff, and um, introduce some form that they want to control? And with those controls, they can, program all sorts of crazy stuff into it, to control us even more, kind of thing.
Right.
And the signs are there. You look at gold and silver, and gold are at insanely record highs, and
Valuations, yeah.
they're still going. And the people who are smart and invested in it are making money on that, but that's not a good sign at all that you know we're in a good place where gold and silver are just blowing up beyond measure. And Bitcoin itself, since its inception, has grown exponentially, and it continues to grow exponentially with its traditional large what do you call it, like extreme dips, where they're kind of like um elaborate, I don't know the word, spot uh I'm blanking on the word, um entertaining dips. Like they always
Oh
just
yeah.
out of this world dips where people go, oh,
Like
it's over, it's going to zero. It's
it's like
like,
earlier
no.
this year, when was it, like back in May when Bitcoin crashed like 10%
Yeah,
during the um was it nuclear war threats, and everyone was like panicking.
yeah,
It was funny.
yeah. And it's all just everyone wants to beat up on the successful one in the room, right? And Bitcoin continues to be pretty successful. It has dipped pretty hard, and I guess like even because it is historical, because it's was more valuable than it's ever been, and then it's dropped. I don't even know what percentage that is. Was that
Well,
like
I mean, I think we're
20%?
heading into a bear market for
Yeah.
over the next year, probably.
Um,
Um,
it's going to be interesting to see for sure, because a lot of major institutions have actually adopted it, and even Trump and the U.S. government has said like they're not anti-Bitcoin. So
right.
the thing now is um, large institutions and stuff. They won't just go in and buy it en masse as fast as possible. They'll strategically try to, secretly and
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of
strategically mine.
manipulation going on from big institutions.
Yeah,
Like they're always, like they buy over the counter and then they sell
yeah,
it on the market
yeah.
and just crash the price. For
It's going to be an interesting future for sure. Um, but I would much rather, and why I'm here is I want people to adopt Bitcoin over whatever the governments in the next 5 or 10 years are going to try to force us to adopt. And I think the trick is, not to be crazy, and not to be trying to get rich quick kind of thing. It's just
yeah,
understanding why it exists, how it works, and what it is. And personally, my strategy is just, I put like 25, $50 a week or a month or whatever, depending on the way it's going. And over time, whatever that is, that's like whatever percentage of my income. Like, let's say you're putting 10% of your income into it now. One day, we're getting 100% of our income paid in Bitcoin rather than Canadian dollars.
right.
Yeah. And that would be the ideal situation. And because right now we have two parallel kind of um, economies happening now, you kind of keep some of your wealth in your world in one part of the economy, and then start slowly stacking sats or whatever you want to say in the new economy kind of thing,
Yeah,
and be strategic and careful about it, because you got to pay your bills and interact in the mainstream economy as it declines and disappears over time. Interesting times. And it promotes freedom and independence. It's by its very nature,
yeah.
if you uh I've never been able to memorize my seed phrases. I've never really tried, but theoretically, you know, if you can memorize your seed phrase, you can go anywhere in the world, no matter how much
Yeah.
you have. You have $1 or you have $1 million worth of Bitcoin, you can go anywhere in the world, you know. And I don't know if you've ever traveled outside of the country or to like foreign countries, but they always ask you, you know, how much cash you bring or whatever.
Yeah. Just like when
Yeah,
I was traveling and they asked about
yeah.
like how much money you're bringing, I'm like, well, I'm just
Well,
bringing I'm
right
bringing
now,
digital money with me, but no cash.
yeah. And that's most no normal people don't bring buckets of cash with them. I guess there's some criminals and stuff that do that, and
Yeah.
the customs kind of questions haven't adapted to, you know, how much Bitcoin do you have or anything like that. But that's
Yeah,
kind
and
of
then there's like it's like what kind of cryptocurrency? Bitcoin,
yeah, exactly.
Ethereum. Like
um, what is it called? A safe moon or something.
yeah.
But yeah, freedom is very important in a world where um, authorities are trying to take away your freedoms. Um, as we talked about, and everyone knows, you know, well, you and I know, and if someone doesn't know, you need to have a wallet. And there's, it's interesting because you brought up ShakePay, and I love ShakePay as a Canadian operator. They're very basic too. You can buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I think a couple more, maybe. I can't remember which ones they have, but it's definitely
Yeah,
Bitcoin and
they only
Ethereum.
have Bitcoin and ETH for now, and I
Yeah,
don't think
okay.
they're
So,
planning on
yeah.
introducing anything else.
And one thing I like people to understand is, so if you have ShakePay, you're not actually ShakePay. You buy the Bitcoin for the price that it's offered at the time based on market value, and ShakePay tells you this is how much you own. But when you have your ShakePay app, you don't actually own or control the the Bitcoin or the Ethereum. And I'm not telling you this. I know you know this, but I'm just trying to do it for the stream. Um, what the difference is they call it custodial and non-custodial. And custodial is ShakePay. They actually, the company itself has a certain reserve and where they actually hold the Bitcoin or Ethereum, and they probably got millions of dollars worth of that. But their platform itself um, keeps track of what you've bought, and at any time that you want that Bitcoin or Ethereum, you can transfer it off into your own um, non-custodial one. Wait, sorry, I'm mixing up custodial. Non-custodial is ShakePay, and then you can transfer it off to your own custodial wallet, which means you completely own and control it yourself. And that is the most ideal way to own. That's like the um, intended purpose of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies is that you control and own the crypto itself, and no third parties have any way of moving it or transferring it or owning it other than you. And you need to have your own wallet for that. And there's multiple wallets. Um, like Jonas talked about, there is this new one called Tangem, and that promotes self custody, if I believe so. And there's other hardware wallets where it requires the most famous one, or the one of the initial early starters or movers in the space is called Ledger, and it's basically you have a USB stick, and you need that USB stick, and you need to plug it in to your computer to control and move the Bitcoin in the software, and that ensures 100% ownership and security of those Bitcoins. Um, My favorite, personally, I tried the Ledger and it actually worried me. Ledger does have a seed phrase, and a seed phrase is a series of words, random words, 12 to 24 generally, and you use those words to recover control of the wallets that hold your crypto. If something happens, you lose your passwords, or your computer blows up or something, you can go back to Ledger and you can use these seed phrases to recover everything. Um, and I personally found that it's just annoying to have the USB with Ledger, and they say it's like that's the most secure way to do it. But I find that as long as you have your seed phrase and you keep it safe, you don't put it on the internet, or you don't put it in an email, or you don't put it in, you shouldn't even really store these things on your computer. And people will say that some people will take it to the extreme where they have like a metal business card type thing, and they'll engrave the seed phrase into the metal, and they'll hide the seed phrase somewhere where no one can find it, or a friend or family member knows where it is, or something like that. But you can go as far as going and getting Ledger in the physical USB. But my favorite is Electrum. And it's free, it's open source, and you can download it for Mac or PC or whatever computer you have, Linux. And it's a physical wallet. Let's see if I can pull it up here. There it is. So it's basically a physical wallet on your computer. And I will try to maybe I'll just create one for an example's sake. So create a default wallet. I have one already, and you put your password in, but you can also create a new wallet and call it whatever you want it, random wallet. And this is purely a wallet that's on my computer. I will always control what goes in, what goes out. And as long as I keep my seed phrase safe, it'll never be an issue. And Bitcoin is, I don't even know how that works deeply, but basically, there's an infinite amount of wallets can be created essentially using all sorts of different platforms and software to do it. But I've always liked Electrum. It's been around for a long time. It's trustworthy, it's simple. It doesn't have anything fancy, too many bells and whistles. Click next, click a standard wallet. Multi-sig wallets are pretty interesting. I always suggest, if you're using a wallet, to use two-factor authentication. I'm just going to do standard wallet for now, but multi-sig are interesting too, because if you're like a organization of people who want to share a Bitcoin wallet, you can create a multi-signature wallet, which means that in order to transfer in or out your Bitcoin, you need multiple people to sign their part of the password of the phrase to move that. So there's some security in larger organizations and larger funds. I'll click next. And then, so this is the seed phrase we're going to create. And when you create a seed, so if my other wallet, this is going to be a random blank wallet I'm going to create, but if you create a wallet and you keep your seed phrase, you can click I have a seed and recover your old wallet with all your crypto on it if you ever your computer blows up and you lose your Electrum, you can reinstall Electrum and you can open your old wallet no problem and never lose your crypto. It's very important, especially if you start to store more and more value of crypto or Bitcoin on your wallet, that you make sure you do not lose your seed phrase, because that is your recovery. And you can see now that it's given me a random string of numbers. And what I would do is I would copy these. And some people are hardcore. It depends. Like if you got millions of dollars, you do not want someone finding this. So some people will write down a piece of paper and hide that wherever they hide it. Some people, like I said, will put it on a metal, engrave it on a metal business card. Whatever your method is, the idea is you do not want hackers or the internet ever having this and knowing, especially having it and knowing that it's an Electrum wallet. You might be all right if they get it and then they don't know what wallet it is, but yeah, keep it in a safe place. And now it's going to tell you it's important and blah, blah, blah. Make sure you have it and retype it here. Is it going to let me? Probably not going to let me copy and paste either. Oh, no, it did. Okay. So I copy and paste it and then create a password. And there you go. Like this is a Bitcoin wallet. And this is an actual Bitcoin wallet. If you use ShakePay or Binance or CoinSquare, Coinbase, all those major ones you've heard of. The biggest example is FTX, where a lot of people lost a lot of money. These are I'm getting this mixed up again. They are non-custodial. They are software where they keep track of it just like a bank does. They keep track of all the numbers, all the crypto you have in a ledger of their own proprietary software, their own code, and it's like a tally, a spreadsheet. They just know what you buy and sell, and they charge you based on that, and it's all in house. And that's fun if you're trying to be a crypto trader or you're just trying to buy and sell. But you always have to know when you're using those platforms, they're just platforms. Those are like the front end. They're a mask, a veil for you actually own the crypto. So if I buy Bitcoin on Coinbase, if it's a lot of money, you never know if Coinbase might go out of business or be an FTX situation. If you're just holding and you're hodling, you want to buy it and you want to save it for the long term, you want to send it to a hardware wallet. And this is example of a hardware wallet. You can go to receive and you can you can go to addresses, and when you go to your addresses, they already provide a variety of addresses here for receiving, and you can just you can copy that address, and then when you're in your Coinbase, you can paste that address to send here, and you will see it come in through here. I'm not going to do it today. I think I did it on a stream 2 times ago, or the last stream, but I will do it again when I have it set up to do it. But this is the basic rundown of actually owning your Bitcoin. And yeah, I think that's going to be all for today, unless Jonas, you have anything you want to talk about?
No.
Okay. I appreciate you coming to hang out, and like I said, I'm gonna be doing this once a month. and I hope you'll see you sometime at a meetup in real life.
Yeah.
If you come to the next meetup and you got any ideas or anything you want to talk about, let me know in advance, and like we can set something up where we can explore things. Or even if you just want to show up, be like this time, and you got new stuff you want to share, just come hang out and let me know, man.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
All right. Have a good
How we
day.
going? How we going?
Mm.
Thanks for checking out Tech Help Guy. Till next time, people.